This is glass. That's old. You know, 50s probably. DuPont 7-8 cleaner. Traffic film remover. That's kind of cool. People collect DuPont stuff. I'm gonna take it. Lay that. Man, this is a shame. This is all messed up. That's that early chalkware stuff. They used to make statues and stuff out of it. It's a lion. I would have liked to have that, but it's all messed up. I'm looking in here. There's a Coke. All right. See if this. Yeah, it's DPAT, but it's Sistersville, West Virginia. I'm starting to find milk and stuff now. I just got this hole prepared. I fill. You see, I dug right there. I clean all the bottles up and throw them in the hole, and then what I'll do when I'm ready to leave here, I'll shovel this stuff off and leaving that all out, so I'm not leaving holes in the woods, and try to clean up all the bottles I can. That's how you gotta. See, I'll throw all this stuff right up here, and then I'll put dirt on it. Try to throw a little layer of dirt on it. That's how I do it. And then basically what I'll do is level it out and pack it down and throw all the whole bottles up there in case somebody, because I'm leaving stuff other people would take for sure. I just can't. I've already got 1,000 of the bottles, so it's like, you know, and usually I leave, like yesterday I left some ACLs laying out over there and stuff in case somebody that comes here wants them. They're worth, you know, $5, $6, $7 a piece, some of them, but I just have so many I can't take them. So that's how I operate on this stuff. I'm gonna look in here a while. It's gonna rain later, or otherwise I wouldn't even have come. I found some artifacts this morning on the river, but nothing, some heartbreakers, and I found a nice end scraper there, so I'll put that stuff at the end of this video later. Well, do you see it? I moved a little bit. I'm gonna try to get this rock, big rock out of here, but I'm raking back in here, and look at this. Oh, I just got a nice one. Oh, it's one of them cobalt balloons with this. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a day maker for me, because I love marbles. Look at it. Hold on. Well, this isn't a smoker, is it? Look at it. It's cobalt blue with swirls all through it. That's awesome. It's gonna look great in that frame. Depending on how many I find, I'll show you the frame of marbles I'm working on at the end later. I moved back into where I was finding marbles the first day, and I'm finding them again. This looks like an alley agate. Yeah, look at that clear blue. All that like turquoise is translucent. Let me get this wiped off. It's a beauty. Condition's awesome too. Yeah, look at this. That's a beauty. Look at that beautiful pattern. And the condition's just like when these marbles are cleaned up off this dump, they're wet mint. I'd rather be finding older marbles like transitionals and acro agate, pawpaws, but this is pretty nice. You know, this is probably from the 1930s. It's an alley agate. I'd have liked to have this with the ACL on it. I'm gonna take that. That's a unique shaped blue bottle. I'll take some of this. I like the blue bottles. I don't think I have that one, and I want to get as many different sizes and shapes of them as I can for my house. Well, I raked another marble out of here, and that might be an insulator. I think it might be. Oh, everyone's broke. That's a star one too. But I just saw that when I was filming this marble. I'm in a pretty decent layer. I should be able to find some stuff, but look at this. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's one of them clear base ones, and it's like copper color. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Let me get it cleaned off. Well, this isn't a smoker, is it? It's like copper colored glass. That's got rust staining on it there, but I can get all that off, and the condition is awesome. This might be some kind of a Peltier, but it's definitely 1940s or before. Man, that's nice. I'm finding all kinds of smalls today. That's a big hand-cut shell button. These are usually roach, but it's suspended in that stuff and they drain quick, so there's another find. There's a big red, white, and blue Pepsi. That could be saved. I can get all that rust off of it. Louisville, Kentucky. Look at how good that lettering is. Man, I love these old shell buttons, and I mean, they're so fragile. Anybody that's found them knows. See the white's even coming off, but this is number 2. Take him for a button frame. Those are handmade shell buttons, hand cut and drilled. Look, that has like diamonds on it. It's an embossed bottle, and all the ACLs there, and the red and white's just beautiful. I can get this looking brand new, and it's wheeling. Found several of these here, and this is probably the nicest one I have. There's a green thing. It's kind of cool. There's a toy gun. It's It's borderline to take. The handle's broke. If the handle was there, I'd make wood grips for it and I could get it unfreed. But I found this figurine. It's broke. It's got damage on it. Some blue bottles, and I got them 2 buttons in here, and I'm finding them marbles. I'm gonna sit here because I'm finding marbles. Try to find some more later. There's a big Buffalo, New York RV Pierce MD, and it's aqua, but it's screw top, but I take them. They're worth a couple bucks. Finding the marbles again. This right here. This looks kind of good. Oh, it's one of those clear base swirls. I'll just wipe it off. I'll show them at the end. It looks like I'm going to be on them today. Yeah, it's one of those clear base with the milky swirl all through it. Really nice condition. Nice, more another nice one. All right, later. There's another one of them refrigerator water bottles, and the ones that say juice on one side and water on the other, like I found it, are green, or for mixing like concentrated orange juice. They have a wider lip at the top to put the frozen orange juice in. Later. Me and I'm finding some cool buttons. Look at that one. And it's like black enamel on the back. Put that over there. It's not a shell one, but it's an old one. Later. Another little 1940 Coke bottle. Sistersville, West Virginia. Man, you've seen me find 1,000 of them, haven't you? On video. Looks like it's gonna be Day of the Marbles. And I don't mind at all, because I like them the best of all. Next to the Crocs, I guess, right here. We got another one. Ooh. Look at that brown band. Let me wipe this off. That's a pretty one. Later. All right. That brown band is a window looking into the marble. It's overcast today. It's going to rain. But it's one of these clear base ones with a veneer on top. That brown strip is a window. You can see clear into the inside of the marble to the opposite side. Very nice condition too. That's rust staining. It will come off, so I might have a pocket full today if I keep at it later. All right, there's a littler shell button, and it's muscle shell. It's one of the thicker ones. So I got 4 buttons, maybe 4 or 5 marbles, and I'm finding stuff. That's at these ACL Pepsis. This one says Coca-Cola bottling plant, Charleston and Huntington, West Virginia. Just the ACL will clean up to look perfect. Later. Got a blue insulator, and you know I'd like to be finding older bottles, but I'll have to move up the hill a ways where I was on them old ones the other day. This is 30s trash at oldest, but I'm finding marbles. And here's an insulator, and it's blue. It looks all there. And I only have a couple of this one with that. It's like a weird one, number 12 Hemingway. It's all there. All right. You can see it, it's nice. That's a good find. All right. Got these marbles, now an insulator, and I like the buttons. I haven't found them shell buttons for a while, and you know, I'll show you the button frame too at the end of this video. I save them all and frame them, and they look just as good as the marbles. And I got some unique ones there, 3 shell ones and that unique plastic one, so all right. Later. Well, look at this. It's snowing on me. I've been finding milks and stuff, but slicks. There's a soda bottle that's embossed up around the neck, probably from the late 30s. It's got writing down there. Some other sodas, nothing. The marbles are the best. I'm gonna go over here and look around a little bit, try to find a few more marbles. I'm gonna go. It's getting nasty. Let's see a marble and it looks nice right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's one of the, let me wipe. This is awesome. Wow, it's purple swirl. Man, this is absolutely beautiful too. It's like a purple, deep purple swirl. I'd say that might be a Ravenswood marble. That's beautiful. And it's snowing on me. It's sleeting like, but I'm staying a while. Look how clean these cakes are. Sistersville, West Virginia. Look at that one. Take it up here. I take all these. You know, these are, every time you find it, I can get $5 a piece for these. I'm getting a pile of bottles, nothing that I really haven't found or want, but the marbles and buttons I love. Later. Well, there's an original glass tail light to an old car, and it's glass. It's red glass, and that's off a real old car, and somebody will need that. I don't know what kind of car it's off of, but that's a part, and it's a glass part, so that somebody probably has that car and needs that. Man, look at this snow coming down. I'm always bringing you videos though. Not many people would be out in this. I'm gonna try to find a few more things and get a video here, and this is what we're doing. Later. That's Bluestone Beverages. That's pretty nice. These are from the 30s, and the last one I found was like they're late 30s, but man, that's perfect. I don't have a lot of these. They're embossed too, and textured bottle. These are pretty cool. Another find. Later. All right, I see a blue ball mason sticking out here. Yep, every day I'm finding these. That's pretty. Real beautiful blue. I got a whole pile of stuff, but no great bottles. I can hope for a milk in these layers, but I'm here looking for marbles. And the ACL sodas aren't bad. I guess that Bluestone Beverages isn't bad. But the marbles is what I'm digging today. Try to get a few more. My hands are wet and it's cold. This is ice coming down. The temperature really dropped. Do you see that? That's a pre-prohibition beer and it's huge. Just raked it out. Look at this ice on the ground. I'm cold. I'm not gonna lie today. I'm usually not cold, but my hands are wet. Luckily I got a change of gloves. I saw some embossing on it. It says stuff all up there. Oh, look at this. It says 17. Man, that's a nice big beer bottle. It says pasteurized. Pasteurizida. What the heck? Oh, it's a Mexican beer. Cerveza. This is awesome. I've never found one of these. It's a pre-prohibition like Mexican beer. Cerveza. Wow, this is cool. Look at that seam going out. It's huge and it's real dark glass. You can see the bottom. That's cool, to say the least. I like it. It's old. It's a shame it doesn't have a big like bull embossed on it or something, but I will take that. Man, later. This must have been a popular style toy. I found one of these metal tractors yesterday with the rubber tires. This is a different spot on the dump. Got another one. Later. All right, I'm drenched and I'm cold, so I'm leaving. I usually stay longer than this, but I'm gonna go get my bag and load up the stuff. I'll get pictures of the marbles and stuff for a video, but I got, you know, lots of Coke, some cool stuff. That's probably pretty cool. You see there's a Pepsi that's nice, you know, whiskeys, nothing, no old bottles like I've been finding up that way. But the weather changed on me, so I came down here and I knew I could find some marbles. So at least I got another blue ball mason. And I got some cappers. See, I got a capper to put on it, a couple that'll fit it so I can completely restore it. A nice insulator, some nice buttons. I'm happy to get them, and I will show the buttons and the marbles at the end of the video. Later on you. But this is what I usually look like right here after a day like today. You can see my feet are soaked. Later. All right, I had to come outside because it's dark in my house, but there's the buttons. It's kind of snowing and sleeting here too. Look at it. I was lucky to find anything today, but I got my hunt in before it really started. You can see there's the 4 buttons I found, and here's other ones I've put together in a frame. Lots of shell ones and just different. Look how nice they look. All these shell ones, and now I got big ones. You can see I got other shell ones like that. There's one, there's some up there. But let me set this down here real quick. I'll hurry up and take that back in. But look at these awesome marbles from today, the condition, and just that blue one and that purple one. I'll put them in the frame. I'll show you the bottles too later. All right, I'm back. It's raining. Look at it. It's just awful. I can't even stand out there to show these. I'm under like the back of my house. Here's this Cold Bond bottle I found a few days ago. Cleveland O. It's a beer. Look how nice it is. It's still got water on the inside and drips on the outside, but it's perfect. And here's the one from today. I just cleaned it up. Let me show you here. Look how nice it is. The big Cerveza. I've never found one of these. It's pasteurized in Spanish and beer in Spanish. But that's an older beer and it's cool, and I've never found it. It's real nice condition and huge. And right here, I just put the marbles, they're all up on this side, the most recent one. Look at that, them two there. But there's the marble frame I'm working on. We're getting it filled. You know, this is a big frame. It's going to take a couple months, and I'm selective. I only put the nice conditioned marbles in. So, looks good. Later. All right, here's the insulator from today too. Patent May 2nd, 1893. You can see it's real nice. Look right here, there's a big like work knife or something, some kind of crude tool. Look at it. Huh, you can see it's all worked. It's really stained. Some kind of like chopper or something. But I will get back to you later. Alright, I just picked this up back here. Thought it was a flake, picked it up. It's a little end scraper. Look at all the ribbon flaking. They're real nice at work on that. This is an Amos culture one. This is Crooksville Church. Found it right where I found some Smoker Crooksville Amos points. Even all the little tools are made out of the same material, usually right in the same areas. This is pretty nice. That's a nice chipping. I like these little tools. But I'll get back if I see anything else. That's 2 pieces. Nothing spectacular, but I'm fun and stuff. I like these end scrapers. This has polish up on it from use too. See, these tracks are real fresh. Looks like coyote, but it's not. It's a red fox. I saw him 2 or 3 days ago, like 25 yards from me. And he was sleeping he was right up in the edge of the bank, and he ran up over the edge. But I saw him. That's what that is. It's a red fox here. Well, anyway, there's some good washes in places. See the base clay here and see the fire rock tumbling down. Look at all these little tiny flakes that are just laying on the surface. There's 2. There's a beautiful piece of red jasper. Right here's another piece of flint. It's river cobble chert. Here's another one. Here's a real high quality piece right here. There could have very well been something laying there. I see another piece right up there. Here's one. There's a tiny one. Here's a tan piece. Here's another piece. There's a lot of it here. That's for sure. But I don't find a lot of points on these sites. You know, be lucky with 1 a week, even sifting. 1 nice one that I'd be proud of, you know. It's hard to find this stuff. It just is. See, there's another tiny finishing flake right there. There's potential for something today, but I might not find nothing else. I got that end scraper, so I'm happy. See the fire pits here, the red fired rock. It's all tumbling down this bank on the base clay. I'll get back at you later. Well, here's a little arrowhead right here. I thought it was a flake and flipped it. It's made on a flake. It's really odd. It's made of that green stuff too. It's made on a flake. Look at this. It didn't even look, it looks like that's the cortex. Looks like, well, it might be broke, but man, that's odd. Huh. It's like some little kid was just doodling. Pretty rough, but it's cool. Later. Alright, I got another little piece. I found an end scraper, a couple rough work pieces, but right here's something worked too. It looks broke. It's a tip. There's a tip off an arrowhead. It looks like a pentagonal. A rough one. Some kind of point. Later. Man, this looks like an absolute heartbreaker, damn it. Look at this. It's broke. It's a tip. Oh. Man, that wouldn't have been nice, would it? Whew. Snapped off. Oh. Boy, that was a smoking sign there. Oh man, that stinks. That stinks. And I found multiple things there. I'm not done looking. But I don't see, you know, I've only got a few more places to look. But at least the end scraper's perfect. Man, that would have been a good point. Whew. paper thin Coshocton flint with white spots on it. The chipping's but snapped in half. I'm gonna get to a dump later too, so I'll just probably put these clips on the end of the dump video later. I'll get back if I see anything else. Yeah, there's a nutting stand right there. It's not a real good one. See all the holes in it? And it's got one on the other side too, a bigger one. It's almost worth taking. I got so many of them though, and they're big rocks. My flower beds are full. The nice ones I take inside, but I'm in West Virginia now looking around a little bit. I don't find a lot of stuff up here, so I don't have real high hopes. But I'm gonna look around a little bit and then I'm going to a dump later. This place right here, you can see the river out there. This is all from construction and pipeline stuff. But this was the best Amos site known to science. I found so many of them here, but it's ruined. They dumped a bunch of stuff over the banks, I don't know, like 5 years ago. And rocks and on the best spots, and I found like 2 points in 5 years when I was finding sometimes a dozen serrated Amos points a trip. But I come back and look all this stuff where it slipped, and I found one flake of flint here in 45 minutes. I walked everything, one flake. But I have a chance at a real nice one. They're here someplace, but they're buried and stuff. You can see the erosion that's happening on the lip of this. Stuff's coming out, but it's so muddy and stuff, and there's so much crap dumped over that it's just no good anymore. I'll find some more points on here on video, but I didn't today. You can probably see my tracks down there on the shore. I walked all of this, and it's just so muddy. But I'm going to a dump now. Later.